This is a picture of the Campbell family. They are mourning because of the loss of their beloved son and brother, DeAndre Campbell. DeAndre Campbell was 26 years old. Campbell lived with his parents and 6 siblings in their Brampton, Ontario home. DeAndre was called Dion by his family and friends. He lived for nearly a decade with schizophrenia. He was prescribed medication and lived much of his life symptom-free. He was known as a homeboy who loved to laugh and listen to music, and he spent most of his time at home where he felt most safe and comfortable. DeAndre had a mental illness, schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is when your mind plays tricks on you. Some people say that when schizophrenia is active, symptoms can include delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, trouble with thinking, and lack of motivation. This can affect your everyday life very much. Campbell and several others in these situations of mental health breakdowns have died after police were called to their homes this year. On April 6th, 2020, Dion had a recorded call with a dispatcher on 911 asking for help because there was a fight broken out in his house. We don't know much information about this fight, but we can tell by the voice in the video that Dion was truly scared and really needed help. He didn't give the dispatcher his address because he said police had a tracking system on him and knew where he lived. Campbell's family has told the Canadian press they didn't know he made the initial call. They said they did not notice anything out of the ordinary about his behavior that day and did not consider him a harm to himself or to others. Shortly after the phone call, 2 officers arrived at the Campbell home and were let in by Andre's mother, who told them her son suffered from mental illness. The officers had also already been told by the dispatcher that Campbell lived with a mental illness. The police found Campbell in the kitchen holding a large knife and ordered him to drop it. Campbell approached the officers, one of whom then fired his stun gun twice, sending Campbell onto the ground, and proceeded to get into a fight with him. Both of the police officers seemed to not be able to disarm this young man, so one of the police officers proceeded to shoot Campbell twice in the lower abdomen, leaving him to pass away in the kitchen. It is ironic that Campbell called for help, and instead of helping, the police killed him. The police's job was to prevent Campbell from harming himself or others, and instead of doing that, they ended his life. His family believes that if Dion had a different color of skin, he would have been treated with more patience and would not be dead today.